Oh my god. Uh, what? Why am I not live? The fuck? Oh my god, finally. Oh yeah, it should be in the description. Okay. I'm gonna be your B, guys. This is a weird layout. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, BRB. It's been a long time since I streamed, so yeah, I'm a bit clumsy. I just didn't want to like talk in myself. So yeah, if you want a recap, then join my Discord. Oh, what the fuck? Join my Discord. It's been 84 years. Hey, Joe. Yeah, it's been a while since I streamed. If you wanna read on Lorica and my research, be nice, read the rules before joining. It's a heavily moderated server. It's clean, no one is talking, so yeah. Alright, BRB, and I'm gonna continue and talk about what I'm doing here. Yo, Jarn, tripping. Be nice, yeah, you're not invited to my server. I'm back. I'm sorry. Alright. Damn it. Okay. Let me light some incense. Yeah, this is a very improvised stream. Oh my god, the mic is going crazy. Is it? Well, let me know if the microphone is weird because I'm using it upside down, so I don't know. Let me know if it's weird. How have you been? What have you been playing lately? Sounds good. Okay. I'm using upward compressor and the mic is upside down. I don't know if it sorry. I've been playing just the usual stuff. I'm not really enjoying games nowadays. Like yesterday I played some Hunt and I'm like just keep losing, you know? And DMC for opening DMC a lot for recording videos. So I was considering like doing live streams like on Twitch where I like go live and just hang out and show you how I make the videos, like just edit and stuff so I can have someone to hang out with. For those of you on YouTube, I'm gonna explain everything from the beginning of a fast recap. So I might have trouble reading chat because it's going to be on my right side on the laptop, which is a bit further away from me. So because I need to put the laptop on the right because I need access to my keyboard. So basically I was doing library and art book research and tried to look for the demonic weapons such as Artemis and Nightmare Beta, Nightmare Beta, okay. And I'm like, but this is in Japanese, right? And I'm like, I want to translate this real badly. And it's possible, it's completely possible. You just search for a image translation or something, like Japanese image translation. And there's a website that gives you an absolutely awful translation, but you can open it as a text and put it over to Google Translate and it's much better. And the stuff I discovered is mind-blowing. It's so good. Like recently we just discovered that Dante was originally designed to be a prisoner who has he has a quote unquote supernatural powers because of the virus, because he was like a Resident Evil character. So he was like a prisoner with a prison guard escorting him. And also he was made to like resemble an Anglo-Saxon man in his 30s who doesn't smoke because man needs to look cool even without cigarettes. So funny and cool things like that. And also the Alastair's origins got translated, and I really wish I did this before I made the sword lore video, because there is a part here, for example, that translates roughly to: this magic sword features a dragon motif. As a pure fantasy sword, a dragon was chosen as a powerful enemy and was used to decorate the tin part. I don't know what that means. Additionally, the event was created when Alastor is obtained to leave a strong impression on the players as Dante's main weapon. The image of him rising up with the sword still stuck in him was inspired by the scene in the climax of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 2, 1987, where his nemesis, Course, rises up. I have no idea about anything about that manga, and I didn't even know it's that old. Ifrit. There was also a translation hinting at that there is a glitch that makes Ifrit more powerful if you equip Nightmare. Oh yeah, it was in the Nightmare translation. I sent that in DMs. This is also super interesting. Okay, I'm gonna read it real quick and gonna read chat. It's just easy, just learn Japanese. Why does DMC have such an insane history? I know, right? Okay, I'm gonna read through what I posted so far real quick. Okay, this image. This image was drawn for the cover of the scenario's script. From the beginning, the protagonist was based on a protagonist with demonic powers hidden within, and this is expressed through the harmony of black, white, and red. Furthermore, since the Demon Realm worldview had not yet been created at the time, Dante's hidden superhuman abilities were not the result of demonic powers but could be explained scientifically. So that's because he was a Resident Evil character at the time. Therefore, the scenario featured Dante fighting to solve the mystery and coming face to face with the shocking truth. If the game had been released as it was, it's likely that a completely different DMC would have been born. Oh yeah, this is they explained that Dante's first design was released before The Matrix. So if you think that he was inspired by The Matrix, you're wrong, like, because it was like slightly earlier designed with the long coat. However, I'm pretty sure Trish was completely inspired by The Matrix, especially with the black glasses, like sunglasses, you know? Oh yeah, this is the thumbnail of the stream. I just improvised to stream. So I started streaming on Twitch. You can check out the beginning of this stream. Oh my god, everything comes back to JoJo. I didn't know it's that old. I don't know anything about it. So I started streaming on Twitch, but then chat was pretty dead. And I started reading. Oh yeah, I started reading about Trish as well. And had some thoughts on her. Yeah, this image, it turns out there is a translation that says that he was This is an image drawn at the beginning of production. At the time, Dante was set as a prisoner who was also depicted with a prison guard like this. Dante is often associated with guns and swords, and this is why there are so few images of Dante carrying a sword. I think this is there might be a lot of mistranslations, guys, because I'm not only translating from text, but also it's put through multiple translators, so yeah. But it's mostly understandable and makes sense, so it makes sense mostly, so it's not too bad. Oh yeah, and the Anglo-Saxon 30-year-old man. And I'm like looking into what is an Anglo-Saxon man? Like, and then it makes sense. Like, in DRC5, it turns out that he is essentially British because it's made in like a fictional city. Like, there are no countries involved in DMC. It's not important. But the culture, like, and the environment seems very, very England. So, very England, okay. But yeah, that's where we were. So yeah, the reason why I downloaded these from the Divinity Statue website, and for a couple of art books, there was no English version. If anyone knows about an English translation for the DMC graphic file and the DMC5 official art books, which is also unfortunately in Japanese, let me know, because what I'm doing right now might be completely pointless, because maybe there is most likely a translation already exists somewhere. I just lack the sufficient Googling and research skills. So I only knew about Dante being originally supposed to be a Resident Evil character, and the smoke thing, I had no idea that was supposed to be a prisoner too. Yeah, me too. I thought he is a cop because he was depicted with I thought he's like Leon, like he's part of the agents or something, but I explained why the prisoner could make sense if he was intended to be a character similar to Sherry Birkin, the blonde girl from Resident Evil 6 and 2, who has the virus or something inside of her, so she has like super regenerative powers. Leon and Dante are very similar looking, yeah. I mean, he was supposed to be Leon. And if you think about it, Resident Evil 4 also has a motif where Leon and Ashley also gets infected with the virus. So they themselves also, they don't get supernatural powers, but they get all the downsides. They slowly turning into the bioweapons. So, and they have to get the virus out of themselves. It doesn't have much gameplay implications. It's just drama cutscenes, but yeah. Alright. So I'm planning on translating all of these, chat, all of these. Not only that, what I'm really curious about is my boy Virgil. And what is this commentary here? Okay, look. What is this? Nero. I can read the katakana Nero. Ya Gante. Dante. Oh, Nero ya Dante yo. Yorimo Image. Yorino image. Ooh, this is interesting. Dante and Nero's image. Okay. That's all I could translate. And there is not much text. There is just the titles of the images. There is very, very little commentary. Maybe here there is some commentary. I wish there was more. Okay, there is a commentary here. Dorothy. I don't know who the name of. Yeah, the DMC5 artbook doesn't have as much commentary, unfortunately. What the fuck? Also, I looked at the 3D model of Eva with free cam. I looked under her skirt, just out of okay, I'm not gonna explain it. It was for research, okay? I'm not gonna save myself from that one. But the point is, she doesn't have a panties. I was just checking if she has panties, but she didn't have any, which is kind of weird. For research, Virgil looks almost exactly like Vesco in the MC1. Exactly. I was the same personality, but completely opposite backgrounds. Leon also quit smoking in Ori4. Leon never smoke. He rejects smoking because he's a giga chad. I cannot show that on stream. Alright. So look how easy it is to do this. There is yandex.com. I just clicked on the first website I can find and it's very easy to use. Just copy paste it here. Open as text. And copy the text to Google Translate. I heard that there are maybe better translators than Google Translate, but it's decent enough. Leon had a lighter in order to... No, he didn't. But you know what's fucked up? Chris Redfield actually picks up smoking in Resident Evil Village, if you think about it. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? He's not a Boy Scout in the original. Wait, what? This is another occasion image I created when Dante's job was set in criminal law. It shows a scene in which he is teased by his friends at a bar he frequents with a cute stuffed bear beside him that doesn't suit him. Is this stuffed bear evidence for some kind of crime? Yeah. I don't know what this means. I read a completely different translation for this. Wasn't it something about... Wait, can I find it? Okay, I can. Look. A day in life of Dante. He bought a teddy bear to give someone as a present. This setting is clearly a bar and I really like the atmosphere. The translation is completely different. On a date with a bear today, are we? I mean, maybe the two commentaries were made by different people, like they interviewed the different part of the staff. And someone gave an entirely different commentary. Interesting. So, was set in a criminal law. Yeah, very funny image. He's not a Boy Scout in the original. Chris had a lighter in Oregon. What are you talking about? Maybe, I don't know. I didn't play the retro Resident Evil games. Like the first three Resident Evil I didn't play, they are just too old. Dante's uniform. Man, the Night Train Caligo theme stuck in my head. Chris was always a smoker. No, he wasn't. No way. You joking. This image was drawn to determine the colors of Dante's costume as it was taking shape. It shows the same composition of Dante's clothing, but with various color patterns added. Since the costume design itself was not finalized, this is a valuable idea sketch. So these were different color ideas. Interesting that they went with red and they decided to make the entire outfit red. I guess he carried a lighter for sheets and give. What the fuck? Devil Alastair. Okay, here's an interesting thing because I feel bad because I missed out on so much lore when I made the sword lore video, you remember? I got to Alastair, I'm like, okay, this sword doesn't have any library description, I'm just gonna say what I know. And I missed out on a ton of what I can say. Like, I could have said that I could have mentioned the text that pops up before you pick it up that I am Alastair and the sword that talks to you. Or like there are a few library hints about it. Uh that thank God they went red with on everything. Yeah, interesting because like here only his coat was red. And here they described that they decided to make everything red. But then they changed this actually because in DMC 3 he was wearing brown pants. Hmm? That's kinda sus. Here is a full red as well. It's definitely a bold choice. Also, okay, so Alastair. So when you have Alastair equipped and you DT, you take the form of Alastair? Question mark? And when you have Ifrit equipped, do you take the form of Ifrit because he turns into a different demon? So is this how Alastair looks like? I don't know. I'm kinda confused. Devil Alastair. Subayai. Mm. Oh my god, the Caligo theme stuck in my head. I just listened to this today. Like I've been listening to this song like a week straight. It's so good. I'm also planning on making a similar video to my previous video about music only all bosses in DMC5, but for Night Train. And I already did a lot of recordings, but it is going to be hard to do and take a long time. Alastair's demon mode allows him to fly around with swift movements. During development, it was called the Sky Demon. At times, it was also called Air mode. It has a slim design without any excessive frills. However, when this design was reproduced on the game screen, It ended up looking a little flimsy, so it was actually tweaked during the modeling stage to reach its final form. Flimsy? What does that mean? What does it mean? Also, let me take a quick look at my stream, because this is a manual. Automatic. Hi. Because when I set up this stream, it was completely different. It didn't have any settings on the setup stream. It was weird. Oh yeah. So now I have to set it manually here? Okay, let me see if I can show it to you guys. How do I hide my screen? Okay, I'm just gonna hide everything. Watch this. Okay. Okay, go live, manage, schedule stream, create new. Yeah, look at this shit. This is what it turned into. Live chat rip. There is only 3 steps now to create a stream. What the hell? And visibility, and it's so scuffed. Like, it's just black. Like, what is YouTube doing? What the fuck? Oh well, whatever. Alright, there was nothing interesting about this one. Flimsy means weak. Oh, I see. Gregory's theme is better than any music in Elden Ring. Also, what is this? Like, YouTube keeps members only live stream. But if I set it to members only, nobody will chat. Start a poll, start a Q&A. Okay, do you guys want a poll on something? Favorite? Virtual panties, I don't know. We used to create a lot of poll, like, what is YouTube doing is a question I've been asking for 10 years. Wait, it doesn't appear on stream? Wait, type something in chat. Type. Yeah, weird. I think it's because I cannot even set the latency, because it was set on ultra high, like low latency, so the chat was super responsive, but like I just showed you, they took away. Wait, no, actually I can set it. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. One sec. I have an idea how to what the fuck? Dude, what is up with YouTube? It's driving me crazy. Okay. Okay, one sec, guys. Okay, so I looked into the setting and it seemed I tried to stop the stream and see if I saw the low latency. Guys, it's been a long time since I streamed and I forgot that I always have to set it to low latency, but I completely forgot it. So like remind me low latency. Remind me to put stream on low latency next time before going live, okay? So yeah, I'm sorry about the delayed replies. I tried my best. Or the stream itself is just have really high latency for some reason. Well, yeah, I saw the setting. By default, the YouTube stream is going to start on normal latency for some reason. So you manually have to set it to low before you start the stream. I tried pausing the stream. Didn't let me, so my bad. Devil Ifrit? What the fuck is this guy? Sorry for the interruptions. Dude, I can get sidetracked so hard all the time. Like something comes in and like I cannot concentrate on the let's try to concentrate. I'm very impressed by this. A demon mode in which he wields the power of the earth and swings a large sword. During development, this was called Earth Demon and corresponds to Ifrit. At one point, the development staff called it Terra mode. Eventually, Ifrit was changed into a demon capable of melee combat, and he no longer wielded such a thick sword. The thing is, when this sword was recreated on the game screen, it was an incredibly beautiful orange sword. Legend talks about an Earth mode Ifrit DT mode where he was wielding a beautifully orange sword, but he ended up gauntlet power. Oh my god! Where? Virgil wakes up from the bed. Where did you say? I'm pretty sure it was Virgil scribbling power. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's stupid. Hey, Lovek Demu. Oh yeah, also YouTube is like experimenting with some weird shit now in terms of streaming, because I was complaining about this before. During one of my Night Train streams, the chat names turned into these at handles, which is terrible. So I'm sorry, but I don't see you guys as real names. That like my name should be Eliza, but this at is changes your names. So some of you might have a weird name. All I can do is hope that YouTube reverse this decision, because nowadays they experimenting with all sorts of stupid things, especially for streaming. So yeah, this might be a bit awkward. Just remove the sword and keep the big mandate. True. What the fuck? Yeah, it's pain. Do you think that Dante can have something like autism? No. The lore doesn't say that. But for mental illness, I don't. He has trauma, not autism. Did I? No, what? Okay, this is a Trish page. This is like so. They said that they designed the. It was planned for Trish to always be like wearing black leather with long hair, but yeah, they changed her design to be more demonic. He dances every time he gets a new weapon. Oh my god. Wait, did I not translate? Okay, here we go. This is the initial design for Trish, Dante's companion. The key words for Trish's design were tall, long blonde hair, and black leather suit. Her blonde hair wasn't originally this long, but with inspiration from Maytel, the heroine of the 1978 TV anime Galaxy Express 999. There is no way. Maytel, the heroine of the What the fuck is this? There is no way I can find this. Maytel. Maytel is a mysterious, elegant heroine of the 1978 TV anime Galaxy Express 1999. I've never heard of this. Oh, damn. Ah! Okay, I recognize this. Oh my god. Guys, Trish was inspired by Maytel. What is this anime about? I never heard of this. I mean, I recognize this, I mean, it looks familiar to me. Wow, I gotta watch this. I don't know, Galaxy Express. I don't know what this is, but I gotta watch this. This is Trish in an anime. Oh my god. This is so cute. Meta is one of the protagonists of Galaxy Express 1990. Okay, how can I read the Galaxy Express 999? What the fuck? It is written plot anime manga. An improvised boy, an impoverished boy named Detsuro. This boy wants an indestructible machine body, giving him the ability to live forever and have the freedom that the unmechanized do not have. While machine bodies are impossibly expensive, they are supposedly given away for free on the planet Andromeda, the end of the line for the Galaxy Express, a space train that only comes to Earth once a year. Dude, this sounds awesome. I gotta watch this. Is there a clip on YouTube? Lovak Demon Antonin. About Dante's personality, I think Dante is actually introverted because he doesn't spend much time around people, as we saw in the Madhouse anime, and in Itsuno's games, he's just excited. That's a cool interpretation. Galaxy. Have you guys heard about this? 1978! Dude. 19 years ago. He was kinda inspired with the long hair. This is the opening. Dude, this is so old. You can barely hear the music. Galaxy. Oh my god, I'm getting sidetracked so hard. I just wanna know what this is. Okay, there's just music. I don't want to get copyright claimed. Uh, hey, Marks. Never, but it looks cool. Hey, I've never commented on your videos before, but I really love the effort that goes into them. Your videos help me have a much better appreciation of DMC. Oh yeah, Marks. I can't read your actual name because of YouTube being stupid. So all I see is Marks. But yeah, I'm working on more videos because the whole reason I'm doing this research is because I'm working on a new video. And originally I wanted to look at if I can find the lore behind oh yeah, okay, so actually this is what started this whole thing. I can also translate this to you guys again, or maybe I did already. Nightmare Beta. So I was like, okay, I want to translate this. There is more lore than meets the eye. Galaxy! Hackermans? Since the setting is the demon realm, surely we need the demon realm weapon. This prompted the scrapping of the laser on page 39 and the creation of Nightmare 3. Originally, it was roughly the same size as the Psychogun featured in the manga Cobra. Cobra? 78. I don't think I can find this. Yeah, there is no way. Sweet. I don't think there is like any existing Cobra manga. Oh, you can. Okay, I find it. Cobra. So it was meant to be a weapon from this manga. But when equipped, it spilled over Dante's sleeves, so it was made larger. This work was apparently carried out just a few days before the game was completed. Incidentally, the power of the left punch is doubled only when equipped with Nightmare B and Ifrit. So this could be a glitch myth that if you equip Nightmare B and Ifrit at the same time, it maybe deals double damage. Someone have to like double check that. The alien sword. YouTube being YouTube. What alien sword? Various Trish. Galaxy? Beatrice! Oh my god! Oh my lord! Beatrice from the Divine Comedy? Dude. Okay, this is super, super interesting. Many ideas were proposed for Trish's costume, but the concept of long blonde hair remained unchanged. Like Dante's quote, this is a key item that enhances Trish's action scenes. Oh, so they really wanted the long hair because the like long flowing long hair is similar to like a long coat, like it enhances the action scenes. The name Trish comes from a woman named Beatrice. Oh my god, are you serious? Who appears in the Divine Comedy? Wait, I did not know that. Trish is from Beatrice? I had no idea. That is so cool. Since the name was too long, they settled on the nickname Trish. Okay. Mind blown. That actually blew my mind. Their name was too long. Incidentally, Beatrice in the Divine Comedy is apparently modeled after a real woman involved in the private life of the poet Dante. Yeah. I mean, it's not incidental. Like, Beatrice was Dante's love, who died when they died in a young age or something. And yeah, Dante tries to reach heaven in order to reunite with her. Whoa, yeah, whoa. I mean, you need to know, like, a recap of the Divine Comedy. Dante's partner of sketches. I had no idea that Trish is like meant to be named. It was Dante's crush. Yeah. This is a rough sketch from the stage when the character was just a female partner and it hadn't even been decided how to use her. Because it's an early work, it was drawn quite freely. However, since a character with short black hair named Ada had already appeared in Resident Evil 2, the only thing that was decided this time was that she would have long blonde hair. That is super interesting. Like, they started her with the idea that, okay, we already have Ada with a short black hair, so we need the opposite of a long blonde hair. That is super interesting. What the hell is this? Tony and Asia. Who is Asia? I'm gonna zoom in a bit more so the image can recognize. Oh, it couldn't translate. Or did it? I don't know. No, not Chinese, bro. This is yeah. Japan. A rough sketch of Dante and his female companion. This Dante is completely different from the one used in the game. His name is Tony and his occupation is a treasure hunter. It had been decided at this point that the protagonist would wear a coat, but isn't there some copyright free jazz? I don't know. Dude, this is what do you guys have some recommendations? I don't know what lo-fi. I don't know. What does the cool kids listen to nowadays? What do you cool kids listen to? Crazy haircut? Yeah, I was looking at the. It looks like the Trigon character. I do, but I think it's copyright. Yeah, true. Oh my god. So loud. Too quiet. Maybe I can lower it for myself and you guys can... Is it too loud? I don't know. Too loud. Too quiet. I don't know. I can't tell. It had been decided at this point that the protagonist would wear a coat, but in this rough sketch, it had a punk feel. Later, a double rider's jacket reminiscent of a long coat was adopted. The female character is based on Trish, and her name was formerly Aisha. This name comes from Steve Wonder's daughter. Ooh! Incidentally, Stevie Wonder also has a song called Aisha. I don't know who Steve Wonder is. I don't know who Aisha is. Interesting. So they were experimenting or like having fun with the different ideas, which is kind of cool. Like any cool guy with a female partner. Lower a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it might be a bit too. How about this? Virgil! Oh my god, Virgil! Dude, this is also interesting. Wait, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, Virgil was Vergilius? Oh my god. Vergilius, my boy. Because he's only being shown in the game as Angelo. So these sketches of him being in normal clothes is very interesting. Yo, he looks awesome. What? He never seen this before? Actually, maybe I should change this as a thumbnail of the stream. Oh my god, please don't get copyright claimed. Oh, this is not the right... Oh my god. Resolution. Something like this. Ah, good enough. Okay, new thumbnail of the stream. We love this. You only seen... Dude, your mind is going to be blown. This is... Dante... This is also an early concept of Virgil. A dude with the long hair. This as well, in pure white. Maybe a cane as well. Wearing fancy clothes. Others. Dante in future. Oh yeah, Sparta was like Dante. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Vergilius. I think the poet Virgil's name is simply... Wait, it was Vergilius. Oh my god. I love how it's just V. Alright, I'm very curious about this. It was decided from the start that Virgil, the older brother, would be... What? Why is he older? Dude, they are twins! Would be a character wielding a Japanese sword in contrast to Dante, who wields a gun. Okay, guys, this is insane. You know why? Because, you know, it doesn't make sense for Virgil to contrast Dante because... Oh my god, okay. Let me explain. So it's already like a contrast that Dante is wearing guns, but Don but Virgil is like rejecting guns. He only uses swords and stuff. But in the earlier version, where Dante Dante pretty much only wielded a gun, it made more sense that Virgil is even sharper in contrast because he wears only a sword, a katana. Looks like reboot Virgil, older by 5 seconds. Oh my god. That's not older. Virgil. What website you use to translate? I found this translate.yandex.com. I just searched in for the first like I searched for something like Japanese writing translation based on image, and I found this website because I cannot copy out the text from the art book. Okay, where was I? He has a more aggressive face than Dante, but is built with the same build. The image was based on the final boss of the film Blind Fury, 1990 USA. What? Final boss of the film? Blind Fury? Whoa. Is this like an American movie with katanas? That is so dank. Final boss. I don't know what they mean by that. But we found some interesting movie inspirations, like the anime, the 1970 something anime with the woman with the long blonde hair. Maybe this guy? I don't know. A blind Vietnam vet trained as a sword fighter comes to America to help to rescue the son of a fellow soldier. Yeah, I don't know. Originally, he was not designed to look like a black knight and was to wear a suit, in contrast to Dante's casual attire. I mean, he already wears like a demonic, like more serious demonic coat in the MC3. Furthermore, sparks fly between Dante and Virgil as they compete for the rightful successor to the mysterious bloodline. That is awesome. The younger brother rivalry plot was apparently planned from the very beginning of development. That is mind-blowing. The name Virgil is taken from Vergilius, who later appears in Divine Comedy. It also the names of the ancient Roman poet, yes. They are both the same person because Dante was inspired by Virgil, the ancient Roman poet, and he put him literally into the poem he was writing as a guide through hell. Through the hell he is going through. But this is very, very interesting that the brotherly rivalry plot was planned from the very beginning of development of the very first DMC. Isn't that crazy? That is insane. So Virgil to be fighting Dante was like from the very beginning. And he was like planned to have this beautiful attire to contrast to Dante. And they fighting for the bloodline. As an artist inspired by the MC game, a behind the scene book is a treasure to me. So much good idea. They were meant to fight forever. Yeah. Dante in future. I wonder why they changed it. Be- like, based on all these texts today, I discovered there are so many talks about very early Dante story design. And I can imagine a Resident Evil plot in my head. It's so cool. Initially, the game was planned to have a grand scale storyline that would not be completed with a single scenario with time passing between each scenario. This image depicts Dante reappearing decades later. Okay, so it's talking about this one. Dante reappearing decades later. That is crazy. Future Dante. This image depicts Dante reappearing decades later looking more dignified and dandy. This image also serves as a basis for the costume of the legendary Dark Knight, Sparda, that appears in the game. Yes, this turned into the Sparda outfit, but originally was meant to depict Dante 10 years later coming back, looking more dignified. That is so cool. Dante in future. Dude, I cannot imagine Dante looking like this. He's like he ended up being so different, dude. I mean, for DMC1 Dante, maybe. That's funny, yeah. What is this? Okay, this is going to be hard to translate because Chinese, not Chinese, Japanese. Okay, hopefully this one makes sense. This is an image that recreates the idea that Dante, who was reckless in his youth, becomes more settled as he gets older, wears formal attire and styles his hair. This was perfect image for the legendary demon swordsman Sparda, so it was chosen for the Sparda's costume. Sparda's name comes from Spada, which means sword in Italian. However, during dubbing, the rank was changed to Sparda to make it easier for Americans to pronounce. What? That is the reason why it's called Sparda? That is insane. That is insane. That is why it's called Sparda and not Spada. To make it easier for you Americans to pronounce. Limo. Okay. I mean, Sparda sounds cool. During dubbing, the name was changed. Man. I mean, you can't be mad at that because Sparda sounds so much cooler than Spada. Spada. How do you pronounce Spada in Italian? Virgil looks like some sort of a Bleach character. Some might say Sparta. Oh my god, that is also funny. Devil May Cry fanboy. I think it was better that they went with Sparta. Yeah, but it also creates so much confusion because even on YouTube, when I read comments, so many people typing Sparta when they comment on my video. Because maybe they just make a mistake while typing, or maybe autocorrect. This rough sketch was drawn in the early stages of development. Virgil has long hair, suggesting that the team was exploring various directions for the character's design. The sword is based on the katana used during the Civil War. Ah. Dude, I'm so glad they didn't went with long hair. That maybe, I mean, it could be cool, but you can't beat short hair boy. Okay, here's the next text. Mada Bajiru no Bajiru. Yo Bajiru. Mostly autocorrect. Okay. Maybe they typing on their phone. Before Virgil's character's background was solidified, he was drawn as an enemy character, a general wearing suit and carrying a sword. Before Virgil's character background was solidified, he was drawn as an enemy character, a general wearing a suit and carrying a sword. This image depicts him as a formidable force staring down the protagonist. Staring you down. We didn't get any enemy like this in DMC. There's only... I mean, weird, like, even as a Resident Evil enemy, it would be interesting. Like, it would make sense in, I don't know how it would make sense. Like in a Final Fantasy game or something, I don't know. I love this image. When I first saw this, I was shocked. Because, Gemini? What? Because, yeah, it's obviously from the stage of development when it was a Resident Evil title. And, like, they were born as, like, babies with these supernatural abilities that coming from a virus. Like a very, very simple story that reminds me of some of the Resident Evil. Like, if you know Resident Evil stories, this will make a lot of sense. Like, if you know both DMC and Resident Evil, it's very interesting. Hey Bloom, off topic, but the Nightmare video was pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, I was super motivated to make that video. I'm very happy about it. This one Virgil concept art just speaks to me. The babies be like a child born from the human experience, kinda like, yeah, like solid and liquid sync, exactly. This image was drawn before the setting of the demon world was established. Dante was said to be a twin, and this illustration reflects that. The image portrait of the Countess family on page 31? Oh. Page 31? This one? Oh yeah. I thought this was like Sparda or something, but no, he was apparently a count. I think he was meant to be something like a Spencer figure. Also depicts twins, suggesting that the setting was already firmly established before the setting of the demon world was established. Interesting. Tony Redgrave. Wait, this is... Tony Red... Wait, when... Did they change Dante's name when it became DMC, or... Now I got a bit confused about Tony Redgrave origins. Well, like a child born from the human experience, kind of like. I'm just stopping by to say that I love your videos. Oh, thank you, Zach Metro. I'm sorry that YouTube now shows the handles instead of like the names, so it might showing me some weird names. I think this is still like Resident Evil stage, exactly. This rough sketch is from Dante's early days. Because a modern sun character would not have been appealing enough, he was depicted as a British Oi, mate! My goodness! Back when Dante was a British Tony Redgrave. As a result, a character with a European feel was created. However, his outfit is punk-inspired. While this was created when he was a treasure hunter, his facial features, physique, and other basic features have not changed much from Dante's current appearance. And other basic features... So, there was a Tony Redgrave treasure hunter, there was a Dante prisoner, there was so many things. A treasure hunter character. That's actually interesting because Dante is kind of a treasure hunter but not... He's not hunting treasures, he's hunting demons. So, kinda similar. Tony Redgrave, the treasure hunter. Oh my god, this is so blurry. I'm surprised if this website can translate this. Good video, good channel. Oh, thank you, the crazy party mate. Bloody hell. I'm so happy that I'm not gonna say it. This is also a rough sketch of Dante from the time he was set up as a treasure hunter. We wanted the protagonist to be a man who pursues dreams and romance rather than someone who belongs to some organization and lives off a salary. So Dante's job at this time was a treasure hunter. The development staff thought, we want the protagonist to be a man who, like a child, always does what he wants. Dante lives freely, undisturbed, and without causing trouble to anyone, as he works as a convenience store. As he works at a convenience store in a town that doesn't rely on housing. I don't know why it's funny then. Imagine Dante working in a convenience store. I mean, nothing wrong with working in a convenience store, but for Dante, that's interesting. Interesting when they design Resident Evil characters and think about their background. This is also wild for a Resident Evil character, main character. because they are mostly like these badasses who are working for the government. Except Ethan Winters, who is like just a dude. I think they had so much interesting ideas for a Resident Evil game. They should have made the new Resident Evil game based on this plot, to be honest. Dante would fix the ice cream machine for his shop in his Count. The Count is not in the game. This character was originally intended to be the mastermind at the beginning of development. He was the lord of the old castle where the game is set, and the story was planned to go something like: he had been waiting for Dante for hundreds of years, until a strange twist of fate brought the two together. Unfortunately, this character was scrapped, but the desire to have a burly old man like this as the mastermind continued to linger among the development staff, and the strong image of the Count continued to linger in their minds even after the game was released. In that sense, this scrapped character could also be considered the prototype for the Demon Emperor Mundus. Exactly. So, this is just a concept for a mastermind inside the castle, which turned out to be Mundus. Like, there has to be a king of the castle, you know. Very cool character design though. Oda is also here. At first I thought that he's supposed to be like Spencer. I said that very weirdly, like Spencer from Resident Evil. Spencer. Albert Spencer or something. Also became Mundus. Yeah, this image was intended to be displayed in the hall of an old castle as the important clue to unraveling the mystery of Dante's birth. Oh my god, the Count is my father! In the end, it was never used in the game. The Earl sits alone without a woman to sit with him. Perhaps the mastermind behind evil is somehow different from ordinary people. What the fuck is this? I don't remember this. Oh my god, do you guys want more lore on the Count? Alright, fine. I might not read it because I gotta take a break. I start to strain my vocal cords a little bit too hard, so gotta rest a little bit. Square count. Petition to bring the Count back. Nothing interesting. Alright, we got back to the guns where I started this whole mission. Not sure if I can translate like this, but let's try. Okay. Castlevania villain, yeah. Dante fires both guns simultaneously during the game, but the two guns are used for different purposes. Yeah, pretty much the basic stuff that we already know. When Dante wasn't in a critical situation... Wait, it's interesting, like, did they design a dual-wield gun when it was a Resident Evil game? Because that's interesting. When Dante wasn't in a critical situation like this, he would have carefully aimed at the enemy with his ebony and then quickly shot them down with his ivory when they approached. Every gun is designed for rapid fire. Wait. Aim at long distances. The left-handed ebony gun is for long-range shooting. In fact, it's primarily used for competitive shooting. It's designed to be held firmly with both hands and aim. That is interesting. I think this gun was not originally designed to be wielded, like dual-wielded. They were designed to wield in one hand, like aimed at like a regular Resident Evil gun. But when an enemy is far away, the black gun, I think it's called the ebony, is stronger. It was like a long-range weapon for enemies far away, but when the enemy approached, you would switch to ebony because it's faster and more like close-range combat. That, if this translation is right, that's insanely cool and very, very interesting if this was designed for a Resident Evil game, because for a Resident Evil game these ideas are insane. Like, sure, it's kinda not realistic, but it would still be very interesting. You allotted bonsai. Elated bonsai. Man, I wish YouTube will change these names in live chat to be normal again, because these handles are not really... Also, the way you can pick up like a shotgun in DMC is also very much like a Resident Evil thing. When it's always a huge moment when you come across the first shotgun. Unlike the final draft, the barrel and grip remain on. Yeah. All of the guns that appear in the game, with the exception of 9mm, were designed by staff members who crafted original model guns and entered them in contests, winning prizes along the way. Grenade gun design. Guys, do you really want to know the lore in the grenade gun design? What is even the... Fine, maybe there is some interesting stuff though. Because interesting stuff can hide in the most unassuming places. I wonder how old is part the age Good question. Terminator. Okay, this could be interesting. The handgun, shotgun, and grenade gun are three firearms familiar from the survival horror game Resident Evil series. The grenade gun, featured in DMC, features a revolver-style loading mechanism. And that's true. Yeah, that's kinda cool. This gun was modeled after the one used by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the film Terminator 2. The loading mechanism also rotates properly in the game. As noted in this design sketch, even details unrelated to gameplay were carefully crafted. While this was done to accurately convey the design, in the game, the grenade gun is said to have belonged to an adventurer who died in the old castle. Since it would be boring to just have the weapon lying around, the adventurer's gauntlet and message are also included in its place. True. Yes, tell me all about the grenade launcher. This reminds me of the Jank Demon Man grenade launcher. Demo Man, I don't know who that is. But the ammo does not at all match the barrels? Machine gun? Wait, do we have a machine gun? No. No, there is no machine gun in DMC, right? I am a dedicated. Wait. Wait. Team Fortress 2? Here comes the Thompson? Dual SMG? Of course they don't have machine guns. This machine guns in John magazine was after it was a machine gun. It was originally planned to be held in both hands, making the two-shot machine gun. Then it was ascribed to the difficulty of differentiating it from the ebony and ivory versions, but it had been included in the game. It would have been provided per... Dude, so many things blew my mind today. Like, Trish was named after Beatrice, and the fact that Sparta was originally named to be Spada, meaning sword in Italian, but the reason why they changed it to Sparta is to make it easier to understand, to pronounce for American. And what else? Oh yeah, the ebony and ivory. Dude, this text explains that you would not do a like this. You would use them in one hand, like aim like a Resident Evil gun, and use ebony for a long distance, and then use this for short distance, quick burst when the enemy approaches. Oh my god, guys. There is so many fucking guns. I don't care about the guns. But I'm doing it anyways. Oh yeah, and that they are British. Exactly. Enemy mobiles with Gundam. Oh yeah, dude. The underwater section in DMC is so bad. What is this cannon? Are these like scrapped? Oh my god, this is huge. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm gonna translate this very quickly and quietly and let you guys know if I find anything interesting. Please Camille, let water section be canon. Dante must not be that versatile fighting on the terrain. So they were playing around with the idea of putting a huge cannon into the game. It is a weapon exclusively for Dante that is impossible for an ordinary person to handle. Of course. Which was scrapped was for Dante to find a mobile cannon among the tiles during the climax, rip the barrel from it, and fire it at the demon Emperor Mundus. We only have the grenade launcher, I think. Laser design sketch. What the hell is this? They were inspired by so many movies and anime. Like, they constantly giving you references like, oh, Trish was inspired by a lady with long hair from a very, very old anime. How much the stream delay? Well, I cannot really fix it. Like, it's on normal latency, it's not too bad. This enormous weapon can only be used as its screen. I'm not gonna read this. Wait, this is the same text. Did I fuck up the copy pasting? I did fuck up the copy pasting. Wait, what? What is this weapon? Unfortunately, this weapon was scrapped. The original concept wasn't on Dante could carry around. Instead, Dante ripped off an offensive device attached to a building designed to repel intruders and instead used double trigger energy to fire it. This concept was inspired by a scene from the manga Bow the Visitor. What? Also, the scene when Dante pulls out himself from Alastor is actually inspired by a scene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And this is also JoJo or some shit. I don't know anything about it, so I cannot comment on it. That Kamiya being philosophical instead of making this, he would scare the what? Night fixing, yeah. No commentary on the environments. I love this underworld concept art. Okay. Space-time god statue. Scene design work. Oh shit. Here we go, chat. Grab your popcorn. Not Chinese, Japanese. The most important aspect of the Mimicry's backdrop was spaciousness. Okay, so this is DMC stage. Spaciousness, as it was essential for action scenes to take place. Dude, that is actually interesting because they went from horror to action, and the two requires like the exact opposite of environment spaces, because for horror like Resident Evil you need tight spaces where you cannot move as much, like as tight as possible but not too much, so it's more like to create anxiety and stuff. But for action you need the opposite, and they decided then to make it more spacious. The statue, the goddess statue, yeah. Therefore, the width of the corridors and the height of the ceilings were designed with the dynamic, open feel in mind. The development staff traveled to Europe to experience the grandeur of castles and study the film The Haunting from 1999. Damn, that's so cool. I've never heard of this movie. Inspired by The Haunting for the environment. Ooh, I can see that. Do I click on Instagram? 1999. Yeah, this is definitely the castle vibes. Oh yeah, this one as well. Spacious castle. Creepy castle. I've never seen this movie. What is it about? Maybe I should watch it. This looks pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of movies, but this looks cool. Anyone knows this? What is this movie? This looks sick. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to watch a trailer on YouTube, but interesting. Yeah, I can see the MC1 castle similarities. Alright, the second most important aspect was a sense of life. And the inorganic architecture incorporates an abundance of curves and designs with a sense of undulation can be seen throughout. Yeah, I noticed that. That's like the castle in DMC is not just a boring castle. It's like has interesting curves and gardens and all that. This was apparently inspired by the team's experience researching buildings designed by Spanish architect Gaudí. Many European gardens have three-dimensional structures, and they all seem like they would be fun to walk through. From an early stage, the team had been planning to incorporate this enjoyment of European gardens into the game's stages. Interesting. The garden stages draw on the team's experience creating maze-like structures for ancient castles. Dude, that reminds me of the castle in Resident Evil 4. Remember? There is even like a maze where you go into. I think they kept these inspirations for the actual Resident Evil 4 game for sure. There is 4 a.m. for you? Oh my god, go to sleep. It's not healthy. There is 3 head in one of the screenshots. The curves that seem moving and alive. The space-time god statue. Very interesting. Design drawings for the god of time statues placed in various locations around the field. They are nearly identical to those used in the game. Wait, what? The gigantic sand clocks that seem to symbolize space-time were a design concept from the beginning. A line drawing of a figure believed to be Dante is also included, creating a contrast with the god of time statues. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is the shop. I wonder if... like, what is this? Like, is this originally meant to be a decoration, but then they ended up using it as the shop? Beelzebub. Also, the virtual lore we discovered was very interesting today. Many enemy designs were drawn from the early stages, but once the game settings was changed to demonic world, these designs were continually revised to fit the demonic setting. These design revisions varied from major changes to minor changes to designs that could be used as is. Here we highlight some of the early designs that were extremely meaningful as DMC enemies and have become indispensable to the game. Okay, I might be very interested in Nightmare for my new video. Beelzebub is just a bug. It's just an insect. But yeah, these were also designed to be originally Resident Evil creatures. And if you know Resident Evil games, you're gonna find many similarities. Virtual lore? Yes. Today we discovered a lot of origins of virtual lore earlier today's stream. That it's interesting that the sibling rivalry was intended to be part of the plot from the very beginning of DMC1, and he was imagined to be wearing a suit to contrast Dante, maybe long hair. Where was I? Explain. I already explained! You gotta go back in the video. A Hako type enemy that appears in the underground waterways south. Oh. That is not lore. Blade. These are definitely the lizards from Resident Evil. Gangster Virgil, yeah. Okay, not much. Griffon. Oh yeah, Griffon was also a Resident Evil creature. Like, it was used to be a deformed monster, but they kept the multiple faces for the game, even after it became DMC. I think, like, it fascinates me so much that we're talking about a game concept, a horror that transformed during the middle of development into something completely different. Like, that is crazy cool. It's a very bold decision. And they somehow made it to work. Yeah. Well, they still, yeah, Kaigai, they still fight in the MC1, but not because they are rivaling. They kept it in the MC3. Alright, Marionette. Oh my god. There are not much lore descriptions here. It just says where do they appear. Like, very minimal descriptions. The nobodies. I accidentally clicked on private notes, no. Where was I? I wanted to click on clipping this. I think I read this somewhere about the origins of like, if you want to read an actual English version, there are some very cool descriptions of these enemies. I don't know where exactly. Yeah, the key themes is organic, European castles. Yeah, exactly what we translated. So there are two different versions of these art books that we are looking at. Yeah, these. There is much more, like these two were designed back when the game was going to be RE4. They were going to be man-made creatures patched together with corpse parts by a ghoulish castle lord. Look closely and you can see their stitching, but DMC is all about conflict between the human and the demon worlds, so they were changed into mere wooden puppets. Oh yeah, this as well. The Hunter. Resident Evil's Hunters, yeah. The blade. Peak desktop? Oh, I have a wallpaper. This is wallpaper engine, Bloodborne. It's moving a little bit. I saw nothing. Like, Sometimes I accidentally click on my sticky notes or notepads when I like click on stuff during the stream, and I might open personal stuff. Yeah, I read somewhere a better description about this, but I don't remember where. Alright, Nightmare. So Nightmare ended up still being referred to as a bioweapon. I'm trying to lower the music. Maybe it's too low, I don't know. But anyways, so in the library of DMC, Nightmare and the Leviathan is being called a bioweapon, literally. So they are, because that's what they are like. They are used as a weapon by Mundus, or more like it's because they are machines, kinda like. These are a huge exception for demons in DMC because they are more like technological. They are more technological and unknown. Like a super interesting idea that I want to explore. That's why I started randomly translating today. A quite versatile creature, those blades lesser demons maybe someday will see creatures that found only on water environment like Yappy, then again. Water environments? He's a boss character that appears in the cathedral and the courtyard with the fireplace. You can clearly see that there are several skeletons inside the liquid that covers Nightmare's body. Yeah, what about those? I wonder if this meant to be a Resident Evil creature, like bioweapon, then is it kinda similar? Would it be similar to, I don't know, like that goo from Resident Evil 7? I don't know. Phantom is also like having this, originally this exoskeleton with these red lines. I think these red lines are the sign of something is a bioweapon. But yeah, I'm gonna skip those little segments. And we are back with Ebony and Ivory. The weapon is named from the duet by Paul McCartney. The weapon's name is taken from a duet by Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. The words refer to the black and white keys on a piano, and the meaning behind it is that Dante's fighting style is as beautiful as a pianist playing a melody. The backstab Dante takes when firing his two pistols also evokes the image of him dancing while playing a melody. Oh my god, that's awesome! You know what they mean by the backstab? When you lock onto an enemy and shoot and like go backwards, he starts to do this cute little backstepping dancing animation that is present in every DMC, I think. So it's like an image of him dancing while playing a melody. That's so cool, that's so poetic. I didn't expect that. like a piano keys of black and white. And then we got the boring shotgun. I don't like the shotgun in any DMC game. Like, I prefer, like, it's just so boring when you have the cool pistols, you know, and then you got this boring shotgun. Mad Max? What? Okay, this is cool though. The gun is inspired by that appears in the film Mad Max 1979 Australia. In the game, the muzzle flash has been changed from realistic size to twice the size. As a result, when fired, a flame larger than the barrel shoots up. In order to create powerful battle scenes, presentation is sometimes prioritized over realism. Exactly. That's fine. Mad Max. I haven't seen the old Mad Max. Is it good? He shuffles a bit backwards. Amazing. Yeah. Grenade. Yeah, these are the... Now we are looking at the finalized models. And we are back at the grenade gun. Do you guys want to hear a grenade gun lore? Again, Gundam inspiration. I haven't watched it, haven't seen it. Yeah, nothing interesting. Trust me. Needle gun. Oh my god, guys, I'm not gonna translate the needle gun. Yeah, so this is also interesting. So these are apparently Spardo's guns. Also having a sun and the moon symbol. Luz and umbra also means darkness and light, or light and dark in Italian. It's kind of above average, the old ones. There is a time, admit it's over the top, but I don't think... Okay. Forsage, also meant to be an ordinary sword. I already translated these on my Discord. If you wanna read these weapon description translations, there is some cool lore being discovered, so you can join my Discord. You can find the link on my channel description. Yes, but this is also meant to be like a sword that transforms. That was the idea, which is a very unique idea, actually. Oh, we got detailed lore. Okay, here we go, chat. Grab your popcorn, cause Beelzebub time. Are you excited about the fly lore? Aiming to evoke a psychological sense of disgust, the enemy was designed with a fly motif. Once the game setting was established as a demonic realm, the developers began to demand that the enemy characters also look cool. Dude, it's so interesting how this game was meant to be something entirely different genre. Like, imagine making a game that is like horror, and then during the middle of development, or not middle, maybe in like concept arts and stuff, mm, you have to transition everything entirely into an action, a full action genre. So they just, okay, we need to make this cool. However, because Beelzebub was an enemy conceived before that, disgusting was the primary theme. Perhaps because of this, Beelzebub's maggot-filled vomit attack doesn't seem to suit the cool Dante. It's an unusual move in the DMC series which strives for style. This is so cool. Yeah, that is not cool. Blade. Due to change in the game's development title, the original design needed to be quickly transformed into an active enemy character rampaging through the world of an action game. To that end, the character's silhouette was modified to a sharp, dynamic reptilian shape, and he was later equipped with a powerful weapon such as long claws, a helmet, and a shield. I'm not a huge fan of this enemy, to be honest. As a result, the blade was transformed into an enemy perfectly suited for the worldview of the demon realm. It was given this name because it has long, sharp claws like a sword. Blade. Oh yeah, that's cool though, but like, what kind of demon is this that is like wielding a shield? Like, something doesn't add up. Like, I think I should read up on the game library lore on this creature a bit more because I don't remember. Cyclops. I have a suggestion what DMC later Zoran look like. I don't know what you mean, Kai Guy Alex. Wait, what am I doing? This enemy was originally planned to be just a recolored phantom. However, it was decided that it would be odd to have a different type of enemy with the same face, so minor changes were made. This enemy shows the development staff's dedication to this game. The biggest change was made to its face. Unlike the phantom, it now has a large eye in the middle. Oh, true! It was named Cyclops because it has one eye and spits rocks. This is interesting. This enemy is so annoying and terrifying. Like, he has a gimmick where you have to like hit, you can only hit the head of it or something. But the worst thing is that he traps you in a small place. A female mask. Nothing interesting. They just talk about the mask being a cool redesign. Yeah, these demon descriptions are not as interesting as the main character descriptions that we did in the beginning of the stream. It's just, oh, this enemy has a one-eyed skeleton and two horns reaching into the sky. It's not just this. Wait, which enemy is this? It's not just a color change of the scene site, which also wields a sight. Yeah, the cage ability. The battle is good because of these mutations. Yeah, I maybe have to skip the enemies because there is not much interesting. Maybe I can mention the cooler ones like Frost. By the way, if you wanna read more, then I recommend downloading the English art books like this, DMC 13142 graphics art from Divinity Statue, and there is so much you can read in English. It's amazing. But I'm translating this one, the graphic file. Ross is praised as one of the coolest enemies. Unlike Blade, he appears in pairs. It means that you are making a Frost pun. One of the Frost's attacks involves... oh my god. One of the Frost's attacks involves transforming into ice pellets and warping away. This is inspired by a special move of a protagonist in a certain comic book. Not only is Frost cool and beautiful, but perhaps he has the qualities of a hero to rival the protagonist. Interesting. I hate these enemies. Griffon T-Rex? What the fuck? At first glance, it looks like a bird, but it's actually an enemy modeled after a dinosaur. What the fuck? Griffon was modeled after a T-Rex. It's difficult to make a dinosaur appear as is, so why not make a strange bird-like enemy? That's how the Griffon was created. The movement of a T-Rex were used as a reference when creating the motion, allowing you to experience the atmosphere of a dinosaur when walking. Amazing. Right. Mundus. Mundus means space in Latin. Doesn't it mean word? Does it mean space? Wait, that's actually interesting. It's so cool how like they named so many characters after Latin names or Italian Latin. This tradition continues in DMC5 as well with the Scudo Angelos and the Bianco Angelos. So they paying homage to the Dante Divine Comedy origins. That's actually good to know that he means space. Because Mundus is isn't this too loud? Okay, lower it. So you also fight Mundus in space technically, because he can create things, like he's like a creator or something. We're fighting literally space. During the Mundus battle, an event is inserted in which Dante is knocked down when the battle transitions from mid-air to ground combat, but this was not originally planned. I don't remember Dante being knocked down to the floor when he transitions to the floor combat. Ideas such as when Dante hits the ground, his demon form is undone and he is in trouble, and we want to burn the ground with Mundus' meteor attack as well, emerged during casual conversations among the development staff, and eventually led to the spectacular scene we see today. Incidentally, it seems there are tons of event scenes in the game that were created through casual conversations like this. Okay, not much lore. Ooh, here we go, chat. Oh my god. Let's see if we find anything new. Nel Angelo, whose name means Black Angel, appears under that name in the Portis Dante Divine Comedy. Wait, what? There's a Black Angel in Dante's Divine Comedy? It's a demon serving the King of Hell. Wait! I'm literally like rubbing my eyes now. What? Not that dumb, chat. We need to like look into this. Chat? I need your help. Like, get on this. This needs researching. This is insane. I did not know this. It's a demon serving the King of Hell. That's ain't right. The name Angelo is not in Dante's idea. It's a mistranslation of Nero Angelo. Oh. Okay, that's not what I meant, because there is possibly a demon. Like, Google doesn't understand what I'm trying to say. Like, there are actually like angels and demons in the Divine Comedy. Story summary? I don't know who I watched. Was it this guy? Like, I remember watching a video.
In the afterlife. For many, Dante's Inferno may be the first of
I think I watched this guy. I even included.
robes are weighed down by lead. On the outside, everything looks fine. These robes appear just as you would expect from...
Dude. Okay, so here is the thing. I tried reading the Divine Comedy, and it's honestly so hard to read it. Like, it was written in a completely different language that is hard to understand. So I stopped reading it. So I only watched like a recap of what happens, and sometimes this is purgatory. There are like, I kind of remember about demons like this. Like, listen to this.
And he tells Dante emerges and track gate so to 3 to return to
I'm scrolling back.
For the first time, Dante starts to doubt
Whoa, it's animated. That's so cool.
his journey shall continue. Poets being tested.
Go back.
Condition.
Go back.
Virgil explains that they are approaching the city.
Okay, so we're listening to Mythology and Fiction Explained.
Of Dis, in the lower portion of hell, where the heretics are housed. When they arrive, they are denied entry by the fallen angels who guard the gates.
Okay, so there are fallen angels. Question is, like, they are not really called appears under that name. Like, is there a character in the Divine Comedy that is literally called the Black Angel? Like, there are angels, like fallen angels. As a demon, like, it's a character or a creature that is an angel, but also a demon. So, put together, they are fallen angels. Who are, yeah, they are like once an angel, but turned into a demon. Let's understand that too, because I walk away in several pages of my favorite book novel. Not the depth specifications. Right, so to be clear, there is apparently there is no such thing as a black angel, but there are fallen angels, which are demons, right?
They grant Virgil passage with only one condition, that he may never return to his own circle. It's at this point Dante begins to worry that he may never leave hell himself. Virgil agrees to enter alone and open the gates from the inside for Dante, but in this task he is unsuccessful. He returns to Dante with the angels slamming the gate shut behind him, but he vows to Dante that he will not abandon him. Despite both poets being terrified, Virgil is adamant that their journey shall continue. For the first time, Dante starts to doubt his guide, having seen Virgil fail. It's also apparent that he has no real plan, and things can only get worse. He asks Virgil if he's ever been this deep into hell before, and Virgil replies that he has ventured this deep into hell once before, when the sorceress Ericto sent him to retrieve a soul for one of her necrotic rituals.
What?
All of a sudden, out of nowhere,
fuck?
appeared the Furies. 3 female figures stained in blood with serpents entwined around their bodies. Alecto, Megara, and Tisiphone. They were far from pleased to see Dante, and decided to summon Medusa to turn him into stone. Virgil warns Dante of Medusa's gaze, and covers his eyes to ensure he isn't turned into stone and trapped.
Interesting. So you say I don't remember either. Alright, moving on though. When carried out with a positive attitude, sibling rivalry can be stimulating and wonderful. However, when hatred develops, it can quickly turn into tragedy. This romantic fine line, sibling rivalry, is also employed in DMC. In event scene, there is no conversation between the two men, but they clash, entrusting their strength to their swords and engaging in a silent conversation. Words are unnecessary in a battle between men. The 3 Furies, yeah. You do not need words. Yeah, that was a bit confusing. Okay, this could be interesting. But like, you can already read some amazing lore on Nightmare in the library, so let's see if there are some interesting design origins. This strange looking enemy, chef's kiss with talk with blood and yeah. This strange looking enemy has skeletons floating within a slimy body. Its design is inspired by the hit toy Slime. What the fuck? Oh! You know what there is, chat? The slime. It's the slime. The fucking slime. 10 years ago. This is so nostalgic. Oh, Hajime's humble origins, dude. So the slime is like this toy or something that you can, like, I don't fucking know what. Something like that. Initially the only description was that it was a slime-like enemy that would take on a solid form when exposed to light. However, during the production stage, attacks worthy of the Nightmare name were born, such as swallowing Dante and sending him flying into nightmare space, or firing freezing lasers. Incidentally, the name of Dante's weapon, Nightmare, has a B in it, meaning prototype, and this gigantic enemy Nightmare is its completed form A. What? Hold on. It's possible that the demon Emperor Mundus might wear this nightmare on his arm. Oh my god. That is so cool. Wait. I actually need to know this down. That could be important. I'm gonna show this as a... That is so cool. That Nightmare B is the prototype of the gigantic enemy Nightmare in its completed form. It's possible the demon Emperor Mundus might wear this nightmare on his arm. Damn. Okay. I gotta know that actually. I don't know how to incorporate this knowledge into my script though. Oh wait, this is interesting as well. Like, it's not in the library, so like, how do I explain this? Not sure how to incorporate this knowledge into my script for my next video though. But it's still very cool. Ooh, although nobodies? Okay, this is interesting. This enemy was designed around the keyword a deformed human mutated by a virus. So this was definitely from the Resident Evil stage of development. Human deformed. You know why? Because I noticed these red and blue markings in the concept arts for the nobodies. Maybe I can show it to you. Look at this. So I noticed this pattern of bioweapons having this marking. What is the concept art? Whatever. Like these straight line markings. So these markings could be the sign of something being a bioweapon. Clad in battle attire and covered in mysterious tattoos, he is a warrior from an ancient civilization cursed with immortality. What the concept art suggests? Oh, these are... Okay, so it says these are tattoos. An ancient civilization, cursed with immortality, lost his sense of self due to the virus's effects, and has been wandering for centuries in search of blood, thus giving him the name Nameless Warrior. Ah, he lost his sense of self. Interesting. So that's the name meaning behind the nobodies. They are originally meant to be named as Nameless Warriors. The mask, which grants superpowers when worn, is a key item designed to grant special personalities. They also... Oh, that's why they wear masks. That makes sense. that all makes sense now. They also have a variety of unique attack and behavioral patterns, such as emitting strange monkey-like noises, jumping around wildly, or exploding and scattering liquid. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Nightmare is a bioweapon. Original Phantom was just a gigantic sprite-like enemy. The bubbling lava flowing from his body was later developed. When the world became a demon realm, a fireball spitting attack was added, transforming the flesh into boiling magma. Yep. Oh, this could be interesting too. The plasma. Oh, due to scheduling constraints, plasma was created to shorten the enemy production process. However, the development staff's desire to simply reuse motions is clearly reflected in the design. The form is endearing and amorphous, intended to make users think, I wanted to create this enemy, so I used Dante's motions. Because its true identity is unclear, the sense of fear is doubled compared to an enemy that is simply Dante. We're running low on time, we need to reuse Dante. Dante's motions. I mean, that's still cool, like so many action games featuring enemies that are kinda using your moveset is always a cool idea. Wait, what are we reading? The Sargasso. Yeah, what the... Okay, so this is also these markings on them. Very similar to Nightmare. Oh, what is this? This enemy was created for Nightmare's alternate dimension. Wait. That makes so much sense. Doppelganger, yeah. Dude, it just hit me that it makes sense now. Like, these enemies are only in two places. Oh my god, that's... Wait! Oh my god, chat! That is brilliant! Because... Oh my god, shut up, music. Shh. Starting to become annoying. Dude, this is cool, you know why? Because there are only two... Okay, I might be wrong, but as far as I remember, there are only two places where this enemy appears. Is the underwater, you know, when you fall into the water from the bridge. So they are underwater. Secondly, they are in the realm that is created by Nightmare. So it creates a connection. And you know what? You know what is that realm where that Nightmare creates? Is Dante's subconscious. So it creates a connection between underwater and the subconscious, which is super cool. Like, it creates a connection that these two spaces, like realms of underwater and the subconscious mind being similar, where this enemy exists, is actually really cool. It just hit me. I I should mention the Sargasso. I need to look at my script. I'm going to open confidential information. So give me one. Maybe we can listen to some other music. How do I implement this to my script? Sargasso. Okay. Please realize you want to reuse this to perfection. Alright, so no, don't show that. Okay, so let me see this. This enemy was created for Nightmare's alternate dimension. It wasn't included in the original plan. It was an unplanned enemy created by the staff in between work. It eventually appeared in the Undersea Temple, was given a name, and officially become an official DMC enemy. Sargasso originally refers to a shipwreck graveyard in the Bermuda Sea. Ah, wait, what? Maybe I should actually translate. Sargasso Sea. What? Sargasso Sea. In the Bermuda Triangle? What? Sargasso? Why am I so uneducated? So, like, when it comes to geography, I don't know. Sargasso Sea. The only sea in the world that doesn't have a shore. Interesting. Land without land boundaries. Okay. Oh. Hey, Destiny Spider. Welcome. DMC6 should definitely take place out on the ocean. Geography sucks. I'm not sure about that. In the sea? It was given this name because it would be embarrassing if this enemy were responsible for wrecking a ship. It would be embarrassing if this enemy was Oh my god. Okay, so we have the nightmare. Like, you don't really see on the concept art, but these lines are like light up. Like, I see these patterns everywhere. Okay. What do they mean? This enemy for night. Oof. Okay, I can mention it. Underwater enemy. I can mention it in my script when I talk about nightmare. So Sargasso appearing only 2 places, underwater and inside nightmare's created realm. Dante subconscious. Subconscious. Dude, I even listened to like Carl Jung stuff today because I also reread the manga. I even like finally realized what is going on in Visions of V when V meets Nightmare. He transported into his subconscious just like Dante, and that is where he starts reflecting on himself, and he does 3 different reflections. He sees Mundus, he sees Angelo. Then he realizes that he is weaker than Dante. I mean, he thinks so, that he fears that he is weak. That's the problem. Like inside there, that he realizes that oh my god, I'm fucking weak, and why did I lost? Like why did Virgil lost? Then after a fight, he blacks out again and wakes up in his subconscious again. And this chapter 11 is beautiful. And it ties back into my video where I talked about mirrors in DMC and reflection. Like this is where V actually reflects on himself. And this is the best page in the entire manga where he asks himself, why did I lose? I must have done something wrong. Like if you're equal, like what is wrong with me? Why did I lose? That is so good. Oh yeah, and might be important. Where is it? The Nightmare accepts him when he makes a contract with him. He says, "My Nightmare." Like this is not the actual Nightmare from DMC1. This is a memory. Like the memory of Nightmare that belongs to Virgil. That's the best I can explain it. Like all these, like even Griffon as well, they are discarded memories made into reality. My theory is that there is a reflection in the sea. See, I'm still ashamed how long it took me to realize that the Leviathan heart in the MC3 just got Nightmare's armor plate thingy of it. Exactly, that's where I want to mention the Leviathan as well, because it is also being described as a bioweapon. A biological weapon of sorts created by the Devil King. It is a bioweapon. This one. And I found some pretty deep stuff about this that I'm going to mention in my next video. Also, ignis fatuus is a foolish fire, which is a metaphor for someone chasing delusions, illusions, and delusions. A certain someone, I would say. Um, yeah, also, mm, nightmare continuation DMC file. I have to like send this document over to myself later. How do I make notes? Alright, I'm gonna figure it out while hiding my screen. Dude, I just realized that there is actually like 4 different versions of Double Trigger. We have the basic one, we have Silver Bullet, and we have the Tropical remix, and now we have Sin Double Trigger. Memory of what Nightmare actually looked like. My what? I see a griffon was the size of a normal bird. I've heard latest form much better. Yeah, we also learned that griffon was modeled after a T-Rex. I'm going to write myself an email about Sorgoso. Give me 1 sec. What were you wanting? Sorgoso, okay. All this research today. The only new I mean, so many cool stuff we learned today, it's insane. Nightmare in DMC5 is okay. But here's the question, like, how different is... I mean, it's not... Okay. It's... Okay, listen. So, where is the... This is the same nightmare. You know why? Because, somewhere... Like, this... The core of this creature. Like, they even start talking about the origins of nightmare in this manga. Like this is the nightmare that Mundus failed to control. Like, even Mundus failed to control this. I mean, no, he managed to control it, obviously, but he feared that it would go out of control, so he chained it or something. This manga is so cool. But then the V is just claiming it, like he sees the eyeball, this ball, the core of it. And I wonder, like what? It's so hard to wrap your head around it. Like, somehow he... Alright, I'm gonna think about this later, maybe. I'm just gonna note this up to think about, like, how did he get discarded actually, and like, how did he get transported as a memory of Virgil? Like, Virgil doesn't even have anything to do with Night. I mean, sure, they both like together with Shadow and Griffon, they were all like the soldiers of Mundus. That's how like they all belong to the same memory, but still very interesting. Wait, one sec. Alright. Mm, Gooman. The Shocker remix. I mean, that's just the music, not the lyrics, though. BDMC. Weevil Wave Rai. They have that same ability. Oh yeah, we are here. Same ability at least, but I would like the cage ability back from its last encountering them. What do you mean caging? Cage ability? Oh, for nightmare. So originally, this was created for nightmares, alternate dimension. Right, let's read Shadow. Nightmare 3 can trap you in a cage. In a cage? When he sticks to the ceiling? Ah, you mean that weird. Okay, I know what you mean now. Like, I didn't really get to the final nightmare boss fight that much. That is usually where I give up. It's ridiculous. This black cat like enemy moves with the agility of a black cat. Amazing! The large head design was chosen based on the idea that the creatures in the castle are cats, not humans. Wait, what? The Shadow's initial demo scene was the first completed among the minor creatures, and this shadow determined the direction of the subsequent enemy demos. Demos, okay, it's actual demo. This explains why there are so many scenes in which enemies like Frost and Plasma suddenly fall and inflict damage on Dante. You just watch without thinking, you will end up taking damage, is the essence of DMC demo scenes. Right. Well, that is not the lore I wanted to see. I'm not gonna read everything because... Oh my god, do you want me to translate the lore on the orbs? Fine. We gotta learn. Maybe there is some cool lore behind these. What did Destiny's Spider-Wood? When this is and good thinking that honesty would be really cool moving. On DMD that shit was cruel. Normal is fine though. Just spam fully charged Ifrit, punches in DT, and Nightmare is gonna go down. Good to know though. Orbs were originally conceived as key items needed to unlock puzzles, however, when creating the demo version, the problem arose of have to convey the fun of the gameplay of going out and defeating enemies, and so the orb collecting system was born. Since the objective of DMC is fighting, there need to be some benefit of defeating enemies. True, true, true. The reward of yeah. What the fuck? Alright. That and partial sonic destiny. This graphic appears after end screen. S rank, it's a bonus graphic, a hidden treat for players. It's a fun graphic full of good nature mischief touches. Oh, I love when games did this, like they did this with Bayonetta as well. And DMC3 also had these. Silence. Is this made in paint? Oh my god, this is beautiful. Illustration part. What the fuck is this, dude? We are dwelling into true DMC lore here. POC Bigfoot gets taken down. Peak of Combat gonna get taken down? Oh, stuff. Yo, that's cool. Wait, is that Sparta? Dude. That looks so cool, actually. What the fuck? There's like beam going out of him. That's so cool. We need DMC too. Team Fat Devil Presents. Oh my god. That is illustration, yeah. I need to probably add some orb lore into my shop system video when I finally do it to keep things. We need more like art like this in DMC. Oh my god, stylish hard work. That is awesome, dude. This is the most overrated image I've ever seen. DMC 2 is truly funny. This is me right now. Doing stylish hard work. Oh, that's cute. Uh-huh. Continuity scripts. Action figures. Yo, that's so. Wait, what the hell? That's an interesting texture. Damn. Okay, that's pretty cool. Says promotion goods. Gun and sword. Yeah, these are just random stuff. Da, da, da. What is all this? What is all this? This merchandise, maybe? Dante's selection. Yo, that looks cool. I don't know what this is. Dante will rock in Japan? Now get ready for the Power Awakening. Oh shoot. 2001. Mark your calendars. Spartan Frost figures. Yeah. I mean, in Japan, everything is possible. Actually, interesting texture, like this metallic. So just images. Yeah. Wait. So, is this how a last store looks like? Like, what the fuck is this, actually? Lester Arid. Oh yeah, we also read up on the origins of Ifrit. I'm gonna might translate this, hold on. We are studying DMC today. Oh, nothing interesting. Your DMC 1D TV Mart. What is that? Virtual Nippon. What are these? It's so cool that originally Virgil was planned from the very beginning to be a sibling rivalry going on. Okay, this is a 5th anniversary silver layer poster. And we suddenly fall into DMC4. Oh my god, I'm not sure if I want to translate all this. Oh, this is the end. But it's not over for us. Right. Give me like a break and I'm gonna come back. Okay, so we learned a lot today, and if you missed the beginning of this stream, I don't know why I call it part two. Like, it's because I started on Twitch like for half an hour. I also posted some interesting translations on my Discord. You can join. Um, and I also really want to. I actually shouldn't take a break. I should like end the stream now because we finished with the graphic book, and I also want to translate the design notes on DMC5 because there is not many, but there is some commentary scattered around, like very, very small commentary. Why can't I zoom in? What the fuck, Windows? If the PC would allow me to zoom in, there you go. Like, next time maybe we can translate these because I can't find an English version. But again, if someone knows an English version of these, then let me know. Uh, I don't know if I'm popular enough for it to pop up if you Google for it. Yeah, I tried, but I only found the Divinity Statue website. Official artworks. I don't think it's going to be as interesting as the DMC1 Origins, because those were some wild stories of how it all began. But we have some teeny tiny commentaries here that I'm very interested in. Like this as well. I wish there was some more extended commentary available for all these. Some fan arts or some. I think these were like concepts of how they were trying to plan the cover art. So these are like ideas. I love this one. It's like kinda anime. Um, there are some small commentary everywhere. So yeah, next time I'm going to attempt translating all these. This is a pretty good website. I'm going to bookmark this. So yeah. Thanks everyone for chilling out. And let me know if you're interested in translating the concept arts for DMC5, the commentary. Also, like what is this? Like, was we originally intended to be a woman? Like, questions like this. Long hair, you know, we looking like a tall man. The darkness of night for zero. I wish there was like more commentary, like more text on these. But this is like very tiny very tiny text. Normal. Yeah, the nobodies are crazy. That is terrifying. Um, I would like that, Eliza. Virtue with 9 mm casings for fingers. What? Yeah, so I recommend joining my Discord because I post here about this. No one is talking to me, that's why I decided to stream. And we got some guys in chat, so thank you for that. And I started on Twitch, but on Twitch no one ever talks in my chat, so I went to YouTube. But I started translating on Twitch. Make it into an action like 4 hours ago. Like, here is the video. It's in the description of this. So yeah, hopefully also I don't get copyright claimed for this stream. And thank you for watching. See you next.
Thing.
Or maybe we should use this one. Hell yeah. That was a 2 hour, 3 hour stream. Oh my god.